What is that? Oh, wieder. They have Micky Maus Tischkicker. Micky Maus. And they have Lily Fee. They have Minecraft. Look at this, Minecraft. Lego Minecraft magazines.
I want the soccer one.
Star
I
Wars.
only want the soccer stadium. I only want the soccer stadium, okay? I only want the soccer stadium.
Ninjago.
Okay, and just get the soccer stadium. And it's a pack. Let's rip it out at home. This is Luigi too.
So here we have the Micky Maus Magazine that's been published in Germany by Egmont for decades, and that appears every 2 weeks. So it's published bi-weekly. In this format, it collects a bunch of different stories. Not all of them are listed here, just a few are. Published by Egmont on a bi-weekly basis, so every 2 weeks a new issue. This one costs €4.50. Came out on June 21st, and this is number 14 in the year 2024. So each year there's 26 issues coming out. Diving right in. The first story is about Scrooge McDuck taking his nephews on vacation in the Caribbean. Obviously, he's not just taking vacation, he is hunting a treasure. The nephews suspecting that, but also the Beagle Boys suspecting it. And of course, they're right. They end up being right. He's going on a treasure hunt. Being scared away by a kraken, but he gets to escape with a coin shield or a golden shield that the Beagle Boys try to steal. The authorities are capturing them, but they also tell Scrooge McDuck that that treasure belongs in a museum and not in his hands. And so the nephews have a great story now for their school project, for their essay. And the museum has a coin and the kraken stays protected. Those are fun, cool mini stories. The next one here. And then there are other stories like this one here, where you have to solve the case. So the cow is missing, and the nephews have to figure out who's stolen the cow. And then the answer to that riddle, to that question, will be revealed in the next issue. Again, they are being released every 2 weeks. So we'll find out in 2 weeks if our guess that this guy here has stolen the cow because the cow loves the flowers is correct or not. But there are lots of like 2 pages, some 1 pagers. This here is a, what is that? 4-page story. That's actually a pretty bad one here. So the quality of those stories varies. There are some good ones, obviously for kids, but even at that level, some decent stories in here. This one is pretty bad, with some bad role models or like bad association. The nephews are trying to get a selfie with their new soccer star that has signed on with the local team in Duckburg, and he doesn't want to because he got injured taking a selfie years ago, and they chase him. They don't respect his privacy. They literally like lie and set him up. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the message. Also, as a reminder that anyone in DuckTales, in the Duck family, has a different name in other languages. So Hui, Dewey, and Louie here are called in German Tick, Trick, and Track. Or Tick, Trick, and Track. Others are as well. They have different names. I mean, Donald Duck Donald is still Donald. We have Uncle Scrooge, whose name is Dagobert. And folks like the Beagle Boys are called Panzerknacker. It's actually something you can't really translate because the word Panzerknacker is tricky to translate. So I'll give it a try. The word for safe or for a large safe is Tresor in German. But there's a slang word for it as well. It's Panzerschrank. And a Panzerschrank, is a large safe. A knacker is someone who breaks into it. So Panzer here doesn't have the meaning of a tank, because that's also just the word Panzer means tank, but that's not what it's referring to. It's referring to Panzerschrank, which is safe. Panzerknacker means someone who breaks into a large safe. So the Panzerknacker Bande, those are the Beagle Boys. Panzerknacker usually refers to all of the Beagle Boys at once in the German language duck comics. Anyways, that's just a small reference here, some translation here, because you probably keep seeing different words. There's could be a riddle, could be a fun fact, could be something else that is inserted here, something that I think readers submitted. And then, if you want to submit your own joke, advice, tricks, hack, you can send an email. And there's a Mickey Mouse story. There are not that many Mickey Mouse stories in the Micky Maus Magazine. But it's usually and has always been the majority of those stories centered around and in Duckburg. There's one with Goofy and Mickey. I like the drawing, the art in here. So you have a few, like I always like when in the same panel you see the progression, like the car. Obviously there are 3 cars in this, but in the same panel you have the car going into the creek and over the bridge out of the hay. I like that style. I like just how the story is being told. And the same over here, where you have the reading, the flow of your reading goes from panel to panel. Like it crosses down here and then over here. I like how they're using this panel. And a little bit oversized as well. But there is a pretty cool story here with Donald and him being trained by Scrooge and him passing the test on the one side, and then on the right hand side, this is like a two-page story. This one here already continues with the next one, just 2 pages. The left one, the professional training that Uncle Scrooge puts him through, and then he's coming home, and then as he gets home, he has the nephews playing soccer and him not passing those challenges. Him getting injured here by what the nephews put him through while he passed Uncle Scrooge's tests. So that's pretty fun, great with regards to the design. 2 pages just to have the contrast here between professional training and his nephews. A fun 2-page story. Then there's this Gyro Gearloose story, or in German, Daniel Düsentrieb. Daniel Düsentrieb is an inventor. Gyro Gearloose is an inventor who is inventing things and is going to the patent office where he meets a fellow inventor, this guy, and becomes curious in what that invention might be. And it turns out that the invention is a robot, and the actual inventor is under the hood here. The interesting part of this story is this is a Carl Barks story. So I'll zoom in here, and Carl Barks story and drawings. I was not able to find out where this story was originally published. So if you're aware of where this story has been published in what year it was published in. Let me know, put it in the comment section below. I'm very interested to see, but it's also good to see that there is a Carl Barks story among all those other stories. The next story is a Donald Duck story. It's a 10-pager. The Carl Barks story was a 4-pager, so the story lengths are kind of random. But yeah, good to see here this story being reprinted. It's a fun short story. But yeah, good stuff here. And then yeah, I wasn't doing that for the other stories, but various different writers here. Dave Rawson on the last story about Donald Duck and airplanes. That's a story about Donald stopping a thief that steals kind of the funds for a charity organization. Story is all right, but one thing that I didn't like too much is the repetitive use of non-consecutive panels. So indicated by the arrow here, you're going from this panel there, over here, there, and then again over here, from here to there to there. You can do that once in a while, I guess. But yeah, I don't like that choice too much. I'd rather have it if you figure out how to make me read without pointing me with arrows where to go next. But, well. And in the end here, we have the solution, the revelation of what the riddle's answer from the previous issue was. But yeah, let's also have a look at the gimmick that this issue came with, the little soccer game.
Okay.
Look at that. Look how straight your lines look. And you're not even using a ruler. Awesome, we did it.
And that was my review of Micky Maus Magazine issue 14. Give this video a like, and I hope you stay tuned, stay subscribed, or subscribe if you haven't, for more content like this. I'm also doing, obviously, comic book collections and movies and other stuff. Anything that is literature in pictures. Until next time, thank you.